this might blow your mind, but I have a very conservative mother. There are a lot of people that think that transgendered people just choose to be a different gender. They're like, oh, they just want to be a guy. Like, oh, they're just choosing to be transgender. Which, Steven, if you're not fucking retarded, like, you know, it's the stupidest fucking thing in the universe,
Steven.
right? What?
Word choice. You say fedoric things, don't you?
All the time, mate. I'm a highly enlightened individual. Why would I not?
Yeah, everyone who calls himself egalitarian should be shot against the back.
Okay, so
but hey, yes, sometimes you're gonna. I confess, this is public record. And above legal age, radical feminists sometimes see 16-year-olds and go, yes, they're attractive. Bad people hate shit niggers say, neo-fat. These were some of the. Steven, I just want to preface this. Is it preface?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure. I was wrestling, but then it left up like men's rights or neo-Nazi or shit niggers say or whatever. Let's say it left up all those subreddits. Wouldn't that upset you?
And it's okay when bad things happen to shitty people, and that's not irrational.
I disagree that just because you disagree with somebody else means that you have a right to disrespect them in all sorts of different ways and that they should be treated on a much different level than you. I completely disagree with that. I have a right to go outside and stand on the street corner and scream, I hate niggers and Jews all day long. It doesn't make you not an asshole. It doesn't make you morally or ethically incorrect, though, so I don't understand what the point of bringing that up is.
Hey, but let's look at the evidence then, Steven. We're looking at a subreddit today, has a homophobic slur in the title. V has like the worst word in the English language. Like, this, come on.
Wait, fat people hate? Or are we just a different subreddit you're going on?
Shit nigger says.
Oh, okay, what about that one? Oh, was that one that was banned or whatever? Or?
Yeah, it was banned. There were like 4 subreddits that were banned. I forget what the 4th one was. It was neofags, shit nigger says, and fat people hate. Okay. If we break down those subreddits, I don't actually know anything about neofags. I knew nothing about it, so I'm not qualified to speak. Maybe they will find you. Probably not because I name whatever. Shit nigger says, nothing needs to be said there. Fat people.
My penis is still on Reddit servers.
That's really shitty, dude. Look, I'm an exhibitionist. Why doesn't anyone put my penis on?
Hey, I mean, I could be too. Maybe that's why I made that thread. The front page, all of Reddit got to see my dick. Probably more than most people in the world. So you're okay with people acting ethically dubious as long as they're a private individual, not a public individual? Okay, but if we're arguing morals or ethics, I don't see why it would make a big difference. I know there's a difference when it happens in public and private in terms of like legal shit.
You asked me for the difference from an ethical standpoint.
Yeah, because for ethics or morals, I don't think it should.
Because we already know what the end game is for private like control.
Let's say that I would whip my fucking dick out, and every time Nathan walked by me in my house, I just fucking helicopter all around. I was like, Nathan, are you jealous? Your dick is the dick, right? If I were to do that in a public place, or even like somebody else's private place, I would get arrested for that. Wait, stop. I would get arrested for that, okay? But if I were to do it in my own private house, would you be like, oh well, at least no, it's not. This isn't fallacious at all. What I'm saying is that obviously I'm using a hyperbolic example, but it holds true. You would say no, you shouldn't wait. Stop. It doesn't matter. It's valid, okay? You would say you shouldn't helicopter your dick in front of your kid because that's just fucking weird and wrong. And I would say, oh well, you're absolutely right. It doesn't matter if it's public or not. Much the same way that somebody being morally or ethically dubious, it doesn't matter if it's a public or private thing.
If the government, the public, the state was capable of improperly or ubiquitously executing its rules to give dissenters or people specific political opinions, I'm just gonna evoke this law. That's how the Nazis started, Steven.
I didn't say it didn't make a difference of scale. I just said it didn't make a difference of right or wrong. Raping one person is bad.
Right or wrong.
No, it doesn't. Raping one person is bad. Raping 10 people is worse. But raping 10 people isn't wrong, and raping one person is right because it's of a lesser scale. Scale doesn't affect whether or not. Yeah, but they're both still wrong. But they're both still wrong. Oh, okay. Well, so then you still think that she's wrong. So then you still agree that she's wrong. Then that's fine.
I never said otherwise. I've been agreeing with what Mr. Bird fucking.
Then what are we arguing about? Then what do you think we disagree with? I feel like I've been pretty consistent, and I feel like you're doing some weird shit. You said some things that are like unequivocally wrong.
And I think you said some things that are also unequivocally.
What do you think I said that's unequivocally incorrect? That's like objectively like I should agree with you if I was a rational person.
Are we really gonna go down this path?
Yeah, just tell me one thing. We'll talk about that one thing.
But why? Okay, I think that in a perfectly utilitarian sense, the good that came from removing some reactionary groups on Reddit outweighs the relatively minor problem of rules being inconsistently applied.
It is not worth it to take out one bad thing by breaking the rules that protect good things.
But I do like seeing reactionaries being told in some way that their communities are harmful. Is it the best way? No. But it is a way. I believe that in a perfectly rational outlook, like utilitarian style, the good from that outweighs the bad. And that's my opinion, because everything both.
Okay, but if this were to be happening to a subreddit that you enjoyed, that you liked, you would be taking the totally opposite stance right now. The fact that that doesn't bother you bothers me.
Feels aren't like less than real.
You don't think there's a difference between subjective or objective?
I don't believe that in an internet argument being conducted over Skype while you're streaming, either of us are going to be able to make a solid defining difference between objective and subjective statements unless we're directly quoting.
I think I can very easily do it. I think that I can say that I believe that it is objectively wrong to cut down rules to get rid of something you don't like.
What? Sure, in principle, but I don't operate principles, Steven. They're over that.
I think you're like getting into like absurdism or something here.
Fetishization of pseudo-intellectuals. You can be both. You can be both. Pseudo-intellectuals, people who get into online arguments at 5 a.m. about subjects that can't be backed up with sources or cited.
For instance, I could say like, oh, well, I like this song, right? And it could be like a Jonas Brothers song, and you can't really tell me I'm wrong. Or I could make the statement of, this song is actually a really good song, right? Which is an objective statement, and you could attack that statement academically, right? Well, this isn't actually a good song. It's very simple, like for different reasons, right? But you can't...
Yeah, I mean,
no, those are, what I just said are two true statements. There isn't a difference between being objective and subjective. You must know this.
I agree. So let's move on.
Okay.
I think okay, here. I think Nicki Minaj makes good music. No one seems to agree with me on that.
Okay.
But you couldn't argue against me saying Nicki Minaj is hot, because I mean...
if you were to say something like...
I don't like the fetishization of lay logic and lay reason on the internet.
Why do you think that it's a fetish to think that it's good to have a rational, reasonable conversation?
By the way, did you know that sociology is considered a hard science by one dude? I read that online. Anyway...
what? Wait, nobody considers sociology hard science. Soft science versus hard science.
Is this really this? I was making a joke. It's like the fetishization of logic and reason. Be generous. Get mad at people for fetishizing atheism. Fetishizes you have a sexual... I don't mean that. People fetishize science.
Fetishize what?
Science that at the end of the day we're just two apes screaming at each other.
You said some really dumb stuff in the past, and I don't really like you, and I think you're kind of dumb, so I think everything you're saying is wrong.
Be consistent. No,
what?
People should be
what? Consistency doesn't matter because we're not rational individuals anyway, so why should we care about consistency?
A rational individual would forget what I said 4 seconds after I said it. You have to answer this, okay?
I just didn't want us to use like horrible, fallacious arguments that make the conversation pointless.
Like, why do you say shit like that, dude? Why do you say, I think I've been pretty rational in these arguments, but you've just been jumping around? Who's gonna, what? I think the other way. Why even say that? Why? That's
because
like saying, I think
because I feel like a lot of the things that you're saying are like really weirdly off, and you're.
I believe that's nuance. Haven't we both been a little bit hyperbolic in this discussion? Is that not a form of semanticism? Okay, dude.
What?
I can see where this is going. I just got one question.
Yeah, what up?
What made you change your mind from being a libertarian to being slightly right of
This
socialism?
is like another like 10-hour fucking conversation.
No, because I agree with you on that. I'm
This
asking
guy
you
is
in
being
like
objectively
a
retarded,
non-argumentative way.
which is a problem
We can
because
talk that
objectively
way.
retarded people cannot understand that. This is level 5 autism.
We can.
My helmet's been tiny.
But now that I know more about socialism, I found it really fascinating, and I wanted to know what your perspective was on it. I'm sure it's a subject that you've researched if you changed your mind on it. That's the kind of person that you are.
What's up?
I was just trying to hold out. You're not going to answer that question.
No, maybe another time.
And to conclude, the only existing official ratified medical opinion on the subject is that transgender people, after a certain amount of time, lose the physiological.
That's not a
capabilities.
medical opinion. That's from like one person. That's not like that's,
From a doctor.
No, it doesn't matter. That's not how science works. You can't say that. You can't claim that.
A
One
medical opinion
doesn't
is
matter.
an opinion. I didn't say
Yeah, but a
pure, I
medical
didn't say
opinion,
pure.
a medical opinion from one person is literally worthless. Like it might as well
No,
be tabloid.
it's
Yes,
a
yes.
little bit more.
No,
It's
it's not.
a
It's
little
absolutely not at all. Not at all.